Good morning. I had a question on problem 30 from section 8.2. It says, use table A on page 824 or your calculator to answer these questions. What critical value is associated with a significance level of 0.12? And what significance level is associated with a critical value of z star plus or minus 1.73? So I wanted to start with this question first. And let's go ahead and take a look at a solution that I made for you guys. That's not it. Let me find it. Okay, pop it open. Okay, first of all, it says, so because I didn't tell you otherwise, assume it's a two-sided. So a significance level of 0.12 really means 0.06 on either side. So in order for me to figure out where I am in the table, I would take 1 minus 0.06 or 0.94. So I want to look for this value, 0.94, in the table. So I'm going to go back to my statistics book, and I'm going to go to page 824, because that's what they told us to use. And I'm going to scroll through this table until I see a value of 0.94. So when I see the numbers getting bigger, I'm looking for 0.94. Oh, well, I don't have 0.94, but at row 1.55 or 1.5, I see that between 1.55 and 1.56, I know the value of 0.94 falls between these two values. So that's where I want to go look. So I wrote that information down and I said you need to interpolate between z equals 1.55 at 0.9394 and z equals 1.56 at 0.9406. So here's a way to interpolate, and there's two different ways to do it. So I take the value I want, 0.94, minus one of the values I know. And then below that, I write that z is the unknown minus, and I know that at 0.9394, z is 1.55. And then I'm going to use all this information for the right side of the equation. I say 0.9406 minus 0.9394 over 1.56 minus 1.55. The rest of this is just an algebra problem. So I'm simplifying here, here, and here. And then I'm cross multiplying, and then I'm getting z by itself. So for z, I found that z was equal to 1.555. So I believe actually this is more accurate than the answer that's showing up in your solution manual, to be quite honest with you. Now for question B, it's kind of working in the other direction. It says, and it asks you to find the significance level, but the strategy I'm going to use is still the same. Now, I do kind of want to refer back to something earlier in the course to do this problem. So way back on page 91, when we were first learning about distributions, I learned that 95% of the values will fall plus or minus 1.96 on either side of the mean, which is what this is showing. So 95% of the values lie within 1.96, or about 2 standard deviations of the mean. And then we also know that 90% of the value lies between 1.65 standard deviations from the mean. And what we also know about these values is that these are the z's, correct? Now, if we go back to our problem that we're looking at, we basically want to know what the significance level is at 1.73. So I'm going to interpolate again like I did in the last problem. So I'm using this information on the right side, 1.96 minus 1.645 then 0.5 minus 0.10. This is significance level. Remember, significance level is 1 minus this value. So then I have 1.73, the unknown, minus 1.645 over whatever the significance level is, minus 0.10. And just like last time, the rest of this is just a math problem. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify, cross multiply. Now, this is what I calculate, and this is the answer in the back of the book. So they're off a little bit, but I really do think my process is the same, or is correct. I think I didn't try working it the other way, where instead of going this way, I could have said 1.96 minus 1.73 and then said 0.10 minus x. I could have done it that way too, but I didn't. But I don't really think it matters all that much. So I'm calling these close enough. So I hope that helps. And if not, let me know. Thanks.